Hello, everyone. This is my teaser video for this coming Sunday, October 30th. And it's interesting. This passage in my study Bible does not have any information with it. So, what that tells me is that the author thinks that this is a very straightforward and easy passage to understand, which is going to be exciting for me because I don't have to give you a lot of insight. Because I want you to read the passage and kind of think what it says to you. Now, the passage is Acts chapter 20, verses 25 to 31. Acts chapter 20, verses 25 to 31. And it's Paul basically talking to elders of the church before he gets ready to head back to Jerusalem. He's been teaching there for about 3 years. He's basically preparing them, and he's kind of giving them some warning. Remember, he's talking to the Ephesian church, and he is speaking to the elders. So then I want you to think about what this passage is saying. What are the instructions to the elders? Is it something that we as a church, does it apply to us as a church? Does it apply to the way we do things, the way we are trying to do things? It talks about flocks. It talks about wolves. It talks about a lot of different things. And it's interesting. First of all, let me tell you, I love wolves. I think they are beautiful animals. I actually have a wolf in my office. It's a kind of neat thing. And I noticed as some commercials recently depict the wolves. There's a one with a wolf walking through a hospital with a fleece on it from a sheep, and it's talking about that I'm just the flu. So it's talking about the wolves, the wolf being deceptive, the wolf in sheep's clothing. Don't worry about me. I'm just the flu. I also saw another commercial with a girl dressed as Little Red Riding Hood, goes into grandma's house, gets a package from Amazon or something, and it was prepared for unwanted guests. And outside the doorbell rings, and there's a snarling wolf. And she pulls out of the package a little squeaky toy. The wolf's face completely changes into like a puppy dog, and she throws it the squeaky toy, and then you see it throwing the squeaky toy and playing. So it's just interesting that wolves are actually in some commercials right now, pretty prevalent. I see those commercials all the time, and actually they crack me up. But it does go well with this passage. So because it's supposed to be an easy one to understand, that the author didn't feel like it had to elaborate, it's going to be great for my Sunday school class because we're going to see what sticks out to different individuals as they read these verses, Acts 20, verses 25 to 31. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to be focusing on the wolves, the flocks. It's addressed to the Ephesians elders. So that's where I'm going to be going with it. But there might be some other things that jump out at you when you read it. So please see what stands out, because remember, God's word is living and active. So depending where you are in your life when you're reading it, something else might be jumping out, being important to you at this time, different from when I read it. That's one of the things I love about my Sunday school class, or even digging deeper, where people can bring their insights in. So I'm really curious, because then you can talk to me after church and say, hey, Pastor Mark, I know this is where you went, but this is where I was led with this. And, I gain knowledge that way also. So that's what we're looking forward to. So that's this Sunday, October 30th. I hope to see everyone there. And again, it's Acts chapter 20, verses 25 to 31. Until then, take care, be safe.